Hello everyone, my name is Manisha Chilakala. Mm, My student ID is 3038508898. Today I'm going to present the topic about technology trends of automotive semiconductors for case application. Let me see the outline. In the whole presentation I'm going to explain the introduction and what is case, like its abbreviation for a bigger term, and the role of case in semiconductor era right now and the technologies used in it. And the next thing I want to discuss about the what are the semiconductor technology they have used, like power semiconductors, the recent things happening booming around the world, and the peripheral sensors. And I'm going to conclude in the end. Coming to the introduction, the case is a revolutionary automotive industry. It's changes for a decade or centuries, and it's a booming research and development activity going on right now globally, and it's very competitive. This came into the existence after the COVID-19 situation happened. After that, the demand for automotive in the automotives and the home appliance increased as the economy recovered more than expected. So a large number of semiconductors are used in automobiles, and due to this shortage of semiconductor resulting in the increase of demand. What is CASE? CASE, it's referred to Connected Autonomous Shared and Service Electric. Each term has its own dependability on other factors, and also they are very important. They play these play this case played a very important role in advancements in the technologies semiconductor era. Regarding this technology for automotive applications, a lot of things has happened right now, going on right now, like many specific requirements should be achieved to implement power devices onto electric vehicles, monitoring sensors on autonomous driving, and chips for driving control. Like we can see deeper about the SOCs for driving control factors, and due to the fact that they should be developed by automobile makers and auto parts manufacturers themselves. So in this presentation, the technology trends of automotive semiconductor for case application will be reported, and the technology of power devices for electrification and peripheral detection sensors for autonomous driving will be focused on. Case is a term referred frequently in the recent years industry. It's we can see from the figure, like connected, autonomous shared and service, and electric. Everything is like just referring to a car electric. For example, if this PPT goes whole thing takes example only about the car, or else automation. It's a home with the Internet of Things, and all the connected devices works wirelessly in the manner. So let me take an example of car. So it has some lot of connections, like nowadays all the cars are autonomous, and even the driverless cars have been deployed right now. Oh, so the car has the autonomous cars nowadays has a lot of features, like it has a dedicated service center, and it gives a beep to the emergency services whenever it's needed in on the highways, or else anywhere in the very less signal less inactive signal places like that. And it has a data servers, and it's look for a pedestrian search and stops according to the signal and everything. It has works with a lot of sensors available in it, and it also connects to the internet. Like every emergency service stations are connected to the car with some dedicated server to them. Yeah, these are the things. Yes, this is the thing. Like it's a connected autonomous shared service electric case become a symbol for future mobility society. Connected, it means the currently automobiles are able to connect to the big data service center, various infrastructure, and other cars via wireless communication. So we can expect that all these functions will be created, and the prototypes will be implemented, and dramatically improved automobile devices can connect to internet. So the software has been installed into the SoC of the driver control, so that everything gets interlinked, and also update. It gets updates whenever, same as like we get in the phone, mobiles. Nowadays mobiles, we get software updates. Just like that, we get updates in the SoC of the car, and we need to install it, and so that the drivers get updated and everything goes like according to the smooth functioning will be happening. Yeah, this plays a critical impact on safety and environment too, because a lot of electric vehicles have been deployed right now, and it's saving energy and power consumption too. Autonomous is referred to advanced driving assistant technology. When we come back to the one decade before, it's like just advanced driving assistant technology and autonomous driving on motorways in, well, coming to the 2020 and early 2020s, driving autonomous driving during traffic jams. And while now it became to general loans. Previously it was like only on highways and empty roads, and later on it became more advanced and some more advanced, so that nowadays the vehicles are being deployed on the general roads too. This thing, everything is working according to AI. And like, let's come to the shade and service. In the urban areas where public transportation is well developed, chance of driving cars is not so often in each area. So people who shares an automobile without having personal cars become more common from maintenance cost point of view. COVID-19 has made people reluctant to use automobiles of sharing service. As a result, the growth of sharing business has slowed down. And whenever the COVID-19 is over, we would like they would like to see if shared business reinvigorates. Regarding service, people are getting interest in MaaS concept recently. MaaS is the acronym of Mobility as a Service. Was originally a system that could organically combine public transportation systems such as vehicles, trains, buses for optimal operation. This thing e-pallet concept was firstly developed by Toyota Motor Corporation for the various purposes such as shops, medical facilities, and offices. Coming back to the electrical, in recent years, global warming is being a major concern, and a world problem. Demands on zero emission vehicle is getting increased. Also, the regulations of CO2 emission become restrictive by year. Under the slogan of carbon neutrality, electrification of automobiles has been a global trend. Environmentally friendly vehicles such as hybrid electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles powered by batteries, and fuel cell electric vehicles powered by hydrogen are spreading. These are very cost effective, and also like they have good benefits like less power consumption, and they save a lot of energy, and they conserve energy too. And Toyota Motor Corporation press released in September 2021 that the company expects electric vehicle sales to grow in 2030. Since they were in a growing area, they are not very advanced, but they are up to the current market right now. So they're gonna be more conserved by 2030. Of these, 2 million are said to be battery electric vehicles and fuel cell electric vehicles. The previous plan was to sell 5.5 million cars in 2020, including 1 million of BEVs and FCEVs. Semiconductor for case era. The table shows the required technology, required semiconductor, and focus area. For every acronym, there is a required technology, semiconductor technology, and focus area. So coming to the connector, wireless communication, it requires wireless communication IC, and for preserving the data, it uses a large memory and high-speed computer. For communication security, it requires a security SoC, system on chip, and image processing system on chip for peripheral recognitions, like for recognizing the side by going vehicles, and the traffic jam signals, and pedestrians crossing the roads. Those all things, it requires an image processing SoC, so that it can figure out a way to cross them or else stop the vehicle at certain time. And for the autonomous driving, for peripheral monitoring, it needs a camera, LiDAR sensor, which we're gonna study in the further PPTs slides, and it requires a radar, which is a range and area detection sensor. And for the self-position detection, it requires a gyroscope and a GPS. These are the sensors required for autonomous kind of thing. And for sharing, it just requires a software, which is a embedded thing. And electric, it requires a technology of high efficiency power converter, such as which helps them are power semiconductors. That's it. These are the things matter for the semiconductor for case era. Power semiconductors. Since 20% of total power loss on vehicle is occupied by power semiconductors, so these are the technologies which have been developed, like CMOS technology. Nowadays we are using BiCMOS and SiC CMOS, which has a silicon IG transistors replacing the transistor from silicon IGBT, which is cost effective. And these are the technologies we use, like the figure shows, like mileage comparison, SiBGT with SiCMOS. Whereas when you are using silicon, it's just getting less mileage and lot of power consumption, and it's being very costlier too. So after replacing them with the SiIBGTs, the improvement was increased by 10%, and the mileage, they are getting the good mileage, and no no way of distracting the vehicles, like sudden attacks or else heating issues like that. So by miniaturization in PCU by CMOS implementation, the figure shows it. And in the principle, MOS devices are capable of higher frequency switching operation rather than IGBT devices. By increasing the frequency, smoothing capacitor or inductance can be smaller, so that miniaturization of the inverter size is anticipated. However, lower the cost of SiC power devices is still challenging a factor, but it still challenges the automotive application. But since it's reliable, it's being used nowadays too. So the growth of rate of gas method will be more than 10 times that of sublimation method. As a result, productivity can be improved dramatically. And here it is show sublimation methods of gas technologies. So sublimation method, it is a conventional technology which has a growth rate of 0.2 to 0.3 mm per hour, and the growth time is 1 week. And this one is the developed technology, more advanced compared to the previous one. So this rate is 2 millimeters per hour, and the growth time is 1 day. And this is a 6-inch SiC wafer made by gas method. And these are the sensors we used. LIDAR, which is a thing. Camera is the most important thing sensor for peripheral monitoring system, but the camera can only obtain 2-dimensional information, which are both speed and distance based on the parallax of two cameras. That's it. In order to improve the detection accuracy for both speed and distance, LIDAR, which can obtain 3-dimensional information, is suitable. The LiDAR emits a laser beam that can detect range and velocity using light reflected from an object. In order to scan a beam, the mechanical scanning technology has been widely used for LiDAR unit, and it just deploys a beam on the car, and this gives a very clear view of sensor, like whether it is in the gap between one vehicle to another vehicle, it is a good gap, or else it's gonna push it back, or else whether it crosses the pedestrians walking around the vehicles across the road, or else just like that. Electronic scanning is going to happen so that it can figure out a way. So these are the conclusions. So with the case application summarized in this paper, so although it's not very difficult to discuss the prospects, but in sooner this is going to boom the world, and it's going to really worth the hard work that our scientists are doing right now on this technology. Yeah, this is my presentation about this. Thanks for giving this wonderful opportunity to present the topic here. Thank you.